players to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
And This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first and 3 zip. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Another tote for Carter.
And some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
61. That's fine.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
They go quickly here out to Moore. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson.
And check down, complete to Hall.
The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Wilson will throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
28 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Wilson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Carter.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
They'll drop this underneath to Carter.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, a run with Carter.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall.
Room here to run. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
With his first career NFL touchdown.
and the Jets are back within a score.
Zerline good with a PAT. That'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here. Back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. John Franklin Myers in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A pitch comes to Dobbins. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Completes a likely. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd? And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Ravens have regained the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit. But they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the 2nd.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat. But if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you. And that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Carter straight ahead. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. This is taken at the 15. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st down, Drake. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running left on the handoff, Carter. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. Now, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Play action. It's Jackson. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Daubert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down. He's up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Jackson. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
The general manager of the New York Jets continues to make investments in the receiver room in this draft. 10th overall pick. They invested again, this time with Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Great speed, outstanding body control, really goes up and snatches the ball out of the air. Everything that you're looking for in a WR1. It gets the first down right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A give up the middle to Carter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Hey, no.
Throwing is Jackson.
Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
We changed it.
Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Berrios. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's a give to Carter. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
2nd and 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, 20, 10. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Barrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Man open is Robinson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And they'll get him down right around the 16. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he is going to lose yardage here.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Third and goal. Jackson eluding the pressure right. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The 30, 10, 5. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Hall, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available. And they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Throwing now is Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. We've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in the tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They'll try the left side with Carter.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down?
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the and that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Jets, it wasn't always pretty, but they do